Shalom, Islam, and peace to all. I wanted to share a few ways on how we maximize mealtime as a family. In our family, it's me, my husband, our 2.5-year-old son, who's almost 3 in a couple months, and our 4-month-old daughter. And what we like to do, actually, to start out our day, is to do some positive affirmations. For example, I am special, I am kind, I can listen, I can be my very best, um, I love myself, I am beautiful, I am handsome. So that's something that we encourage, definitely with our son, and as we've added a sibling, and just to let him know he's still extra, extra special, even though he has a little sister. But definitely for us, with a lot of, negative media out there, negative images, how important it is to start the day off with a positive affirmation. So, the next thing that we'll do is we'll just go across the literature that's here. And again, I'm just sharing a few ideas that we do as a family, but I encourage you to comment, to share ideas that work with your family. And I'll also include more ideas in the description box below. So during usually our lunchtime, we will take our son through a few of the one-on-ones a week. Okay, and sometimes the way that we group them, it might take a couple weeks to do it. So it's no rush or anything, but this also helps to imprint it into our mind, the one-on-ones as well. So it helps the whole family. What we've done with our son is we went through a portion of the one-on-ones and we grouped them. We grouped them by like a common theme that was in the questions here. So we did it in small chunks. So for example, number 1 through 4 focused on Allah. Numbers 5 through 7, our theme was the prophet. 8 through 11 is focusing on the founding of the temple. And 12 through 14, nationality. We really focused on nationality. And I have purpose here, but that was kind of falling into 15 and 16. And, okay. And 17 to 18 was on religion. And 19 through 21, we focused on the flag. We saw the flag was the theme there. 22 to 23, which is the one that, as I'm shooting this video, he's currently wrapping up 22 and 23, was focusing on Friday. And that's something that we do in the morning, is we'll do some type of calendar time at the table. So he knows his days of the week, and so it's really neat to be able to incorporate the Friday piece. And the next group will be 24, 25, and 26, introducing Jesus or Yeshua from the one-on-ones here. So I encourage you that if you do have, young children or so, or, maybe even older children as well, that in learning the one-on-ones, to try grouping them together. And you can also ask more questions, in depth on, instead of just memorizing it or so, but asking more questions on, what does nationality mean? You can do some geography. Where is North Carolina? Where is New Jersey? Okay. You can go into it as much detail, as you think is appropriate for your child or children. Okay. Also, another way that we use our mealtime is we will find some sections out of the Circle 7 to be able to share. And something that my husband decided to do was to read a portion, starting off with chapter 1. So I'm doing this a bit one-handed. Bear with me here. Okay, and just going through just little bits of each chapter and just having a read aloud at the table, just to hear some of our literature here, some of the ways to help us to be more connected to our heritage. So something with older children that you can do is maybe you do it as a family. Read certain sections as a family a week individually and bring it back to the table and have a discussion, have a Q&A about it, and get their thoughts. Another thing that we do is we do Hebrew conversation. That is the language or the second language at the moment for us. And in the morning time, what I do with my son, especially because just the way our schedule is, he has breakfast with me. I will do, along with the calendar time, I'll do Hebrew conversation with him, although it's the modern Hebrew, and we're looking at two books here that's in the classical Hebrew along with English. We do Hebrew conversation. And so I encourage you that if you have a second language you're interested in, or you already know, or maybe you need to dust it off from high school or something, Spanish, French, it could be Arabic, it can be, any language you think that's beneficial for your children to learn, since we are a people of many languages. I encourage you to definitely include some second language, third language, extra languages into your household. So my Warren Tanakh, this is my Warren Tanakh here. Sometimes we will take different passages out of our Tanakhs here. We will do some prayers in Hebrew. We will read some passages as a family in Hebrew, and just share with our children, share our rich heritage. So this is my GPS version. When I worked outside the home, I really wanted to have a to-go pocket version of the Tanakh. So that's why it says very well worn. But, the wisdom that you can find in this is priceless and timeless. So this is the GPS version here, and I've used this quite a bit. And again, my first time seeing one or so, it has the Hebrew, the Ivrit on one side and English on the other side. Okay, now this is my husband's Tanakh here. His is the Stones edition Tanakh here, and this is more of a study Tanakh for sure. Larger print. There's more tables and charts in here, and more commentary or so. Okay, so on one side, nice big Ivrit, and English in the larger print here. Okay, another of our resources here at home, of course, you can see is the Holy Bible King James Version, but this is one of my husband's resources, the original African Heritage Edition. So what I really liked about this resource is that it puts a Moorish face in the right place. So this is a depiction of Moses or Moshe, the lawgiver here. Another example is Job and his friends here. It's wonderful to see the head coverings and the colorful garbs here. Okay, that modesty as well. And the depiction of Jesus or Yeshua and the children. So it's just neat to see again Moorish face in the right place. Here, so we do also, like I say again, just wanted to show when it comes to, say, the so-called New Testament, we do have that resource in the house. It's also referenced, of course, in our, Circle 7 or so. And we just like to have lots of resources. So, no way is this all the resources that we have. There's tons and tons of resources out there to share as a family. but these are the ones that I'm going to highlight for right now. So again, this is just a snapshot on what we do during mealtime in our household, but down in the description box, there will be other ways that you see that we actually try to maximize our mealtime as a Moorish family. And this can be for any family, but we're also looking at how we um, can just try to bring that family time through mealtime, that togetherness, that bond back in such a fast-paced society that the majority of us live in. So again, I encourage you to add your comments to the comment section below, and I appreciate you and thank you for taking the time to view this video. So Shalom, Islam, and peace to you all.